It is estimated that clinicians waste an average of 45 minutes per day by utilizing outdated software, and this costs the healthcare industry a whopping $8.3 billion annually. MediMind, a mission-critical platform built with Pallanteer Foundry, helps medical suppliers, hospitals, and healthcare professionals make concrete decisions. Hospitals and medical suppliers have access to the map where they can observe the different categories of equipment provided. The user can not only filter out hospitals based on the location, but also the medical manufacturer based on the supplies. Furthermore, a supplier can add or remove categories of supplies. For example, if I select this manufacturer, I can see it only has 2 types of categories of supplies. I can decide to add another one, for example, infusion drugs. Awesome. Furthermore, hospitals admin can anticipate the admission rates of patients based on the most frequent symptoms, but also ICD codes. We can predict not only the different types of therapies needed, but also all the medication that will be required. If we give this an example and only select male patient, we can see that acetaminophen is the most demanded medication. Neat. The patient's portal categorizes healthcare information, and this allows doctors to quickly access a full report. This not only reduces time spent on bureaucracy, but also gives leverage to analyze quickly if there's any potential unsafe drug interaction. Here we have a list of unsafe drug usage with a ranking system, meaning that 4 is the most at risk. Here we have a description for that specific drug and why it's contradictory with the furosemide. It's up to the doctor or the healthcare professional to modify a particular set of medication for the patient. We also have 2 AIP function logic, which gives a diet plan and also a fitness recommendation plan for the patient based on their current physical form. There's also a web application that calculates the total cost of drug intake for a patient. We have the unit price and the total price, which is determined by the frequency that the patient must take the medication. For example, for patient number 12, we have 4 medication and the total cost weekly comes to $2.20. If we take patient number 13, we can see there's only morphine and the total cost weekly comes down to 1. The data that is being used in order to determine the unit cost per medication can be found on the NADAC, which is the National Average Drug Acquisition Cost. So basically for each medication, there is a unit price associated with it. Furthermore, in order to get the medical suppliers, we are using compute model in order to get the raw data, process it, and then deployed into Pipeline Builder. This can be found from this API on this website. For the patient's portal, regarding the diet fitness plan, we are using, as we mentioned, the function logic, which is taking therapy, symptoms, and medication for a patient and giving it as a specific prompt. And finally, we are getting a string output, which is the diet plan. If we look at the Pipeline Builder, we are extracting many healthcare key information like diseases, symptoms, therapy, medication, and at the end, we are crossing medication and diseases in order to get any types of unsafe interaction. If we look at the linear graph, we are first getting all the data sets, then pushing them into ontology, which is then used by hospitals, which is using medical suppliers, and also a hospital OSDK, which is using all of these patients' object. Finally, to have a broader perspective of the whole platform, the way that is working is with compute module, we're getting the medical suppliers, we have the patient node, the ICD codes, we have 2 Pipeline Builder that is then going to ontology in order to create all of these objects, that is then linked with hospital workshop module and also OSDK.